We fight those who wield power to prey on the weak. Beasts who think themselves men. That is what it means to be a remake. The time has come to do what we believe to be right. Cliff, seek out your Greymane comrades. Uncover the truth that lies within. And let your heart speak without fear.
In the end, all will come together as one. We fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
This is your hell!
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
Crimson Desert is an upcoming open-world action-adventure game developed and published by Pearl Abyss. The story unfolds across the war-torn continent of Pywell, where kingdoms crumble and mercenaries fight to survive. You play as Cliff, the leader of a band known as the Greymanes, caught between rebellion and duty as ancient forces begin to stir. As Pywell faces chaos and betrayal, Cliff is drawn into a journey that tests his loyalty, courage, and the line between hero and survivor. Combat in Crimson Desert is brutal and cinematic. Every swing, block, and dodge feels grounded with weight and precision. You can wield a range of weapons, from swords and axes to bows, and elemental tools powered by the Axiom Bracelet. Large-scale battles feature hundreds of enemies, siege warfare, and boss encounters that demand strategy and timing. Tools like the grappling hook and glider open new ways to move through the world, blending high-intensity combat with freedom of exploration. The world of Pywell is alive with detail, bustling towns, shifting weather, and dynamic events that change how you travel and fight. You'll encounter mythical creatures, rival factions, and hidden ruins scattered across mountains, deserts, and cities torn apart by war. The game's visuals, built on Pearl Abyss's Black Space engine, bring near photorealistic lighting, realistic animations, and cinematic camera angles that make every scene feel handcrafted. Crimson Desert is set to release on March 19, 2026, and it will launch on PS5, PC, Xbox X and S, and Mac.
Get on the ground now! Drop your weapon!
Drop your weapon! Last warning!
You've crossed the line. Are you trying to get us all killed here?
3 minutes to drop. Everyone stand by.
Cinder City is an upcoming open-world tactical shooter developed by NCSoft under Big Fire Games, powered by Unreal Engine 5. Set in a devastated near-future version of Seoul, the story unfolds after a catastrophic collapse that left the city buried under ash and silence. Survivors call it Cinder City, a place where humanity clings to ruins while machines, mercenaries, and mutated remnants of the old world battle for control. You play as one of several elite operatives, each with unique skills and weapon specializations, sent into the city to uncover a missing person whose disappearance ties to a much greater threat beneath the ashes. Gameplay combines large-scale MMO systems with tactical third-person shooting. The open world is seamless, spanning vast urban zones like Seoul and Pongyo, filled with events, dungeons, and dynamic combat encounters. You'll use cover-based gunplay, hero abilities, and squad coordination to take down enemies in both PvE and large-scale cooperative missions. Helicopter travel, vertical exploration, and destructible environments give the game a sense of scale rarely seen in the genre. Visually, Cinder City pushes for next-gen fidelity with ray tracing, DLSS4, and cinematic lighting across its post-apocalyptic skyline. Every street feels alive, or dead, in its own haunting way. Cinder City is expected to release in 2026, coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox X and S.
The great Silkovsky once said, "One could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth. answer is, maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era.
Atomic Heart 2 is an upcoming action-adventure FPS developed and published by Mundfish. Set in the aftermath of the Soviet utopia's collapse, the story picks up as the world struggles to survive the chaos unleashed by its own machines. The once-controlled AI networks are spreading across continents, turning cities into mechanical wastelands. You return as a new operative caught between crumbling governments, rogue experiments, and surviving fragments of the facility that started it all. The fight is no longer about saving a lab. It's about reclaiming humanity from its own creation. Gameplay builds on the first game's fast, hybrid combat, mixing brutal melee with elemental glove powers and advanced weapon customization. New RPG systems let you shape your playstyle through skill trees, upgrades, and moral choices that influence missions and alliances. The open structure world pushes exploration further, with regions that react dynamically to your actions and escalate enemy resistance the deeper you go. Visually, Atomic Heart 2 amplifies its retro-futuristic identity. Neon laboratories, ruined city blocks, and biomechanical horrors glowing beneath cold Soviet architecture. Atomic Heart 2 is expected to release in 2026, coming to PS5, Xbox X and S, and PC.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See you, Brian. Love you, Jason. I'm here for Lucia Caminos. She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have.
Grand Theft Auto 6, developed and published by Rockstar Games, is the next chapter in the legendary open-world series. Set in the sprawling state of Leonida, inspired by Florida, the story centers on two main characters, Lucia and Jason, small-time criminals pulled into the high-stakes chaos of Vice City. Their story begins with a heist gone wrong, forcing them into a life of escape, betrayal, and survival against a backdrop of social media fame, street gangs, and ruthless cartels. It's a crime saga that captures the heart of modern America, raw, wild, and unfiltered. Gameplay builds on Rockstar's signature freedom, but evolves it with far deeper interactivity. The map spans bustling cities, tropical islands, and swampy backroads, all alive with NPC routines, dynamic events, and hundreds of interiors to explore. Players can alternate between Lucia and Jason during missions or free roam, each offering distinct skills and perspectives. From robberies and shootouts to car chases and stealth operations, everything moves with new fluidity powered by Rockstar's upgraded Rage engine. Visually, GTA 6 pushes realism to an unprecedented level, dense crowds, weather transitions, and lifelike lighting that make Vice City feel more alive than ever. Grand Theft Auto 6 is set to release on May 26, 2026, launching for PS5 and Xbox X and S, with a PC version expected later.
Monsters have always been here, watching from the shadows. And when we were at our weakest, they came out into the light. We feared for our lives, but we should have feared for our souls instead. The vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. To turn us into mindless, docile cattle. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead.
Blood of Dawnwalker is an upcoming open-world dark fantasy RPG developed by Rebel Wolves and published by Bandai Namco, powered by Unreal Engine 5. Set in a gothic 14th century world known as Vale Sangora, the story follows Cohen, a cursed knight torn between two worlds, human by day, vampire by night. His quest is both personal and doomed. He has just 30 days and 30 nights to save his family before his humanity fades completely. As Cohen battles through the decaying kingdom ruled by the ancient vampire lord Brentsis, he must balance the hunger that grants him strength with the guilt that threatens to consume his soul. Gameplay is built around the tension of time and transformation. By day, Cohen relies on disciplined swordplay and parries against human foes. By night, his vampiric powers awaken, shadow-stepping across battlefields, scaling walls, and draining life to endure. The combat blends precise directional blocking, brutal executions, and hex magic, letting players decide how far they'll embrace the monster within. Every decision, moral or violent, shapes the world and its ending before the final dawn. Visually, the game paints a haunting mix of medieval Europe and nightmare myth, candlelit villages, moon-drenched castles, and blood-red skies that shift with time. The Blood of Dawnwalker is expected to release in 2026, coming to PS5, Xbox X and S, and PC.
はるか昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Beast of Reincarnation is an upcoming action RPG developed by Game Freak. The story follows Emma, a lone wanderer known as a Blighted One, traveling through a decaying world with her companion dog, Ku. Once a place full of life, the land has been consumed by corruption, twisting nature into monstrous forms. As Emma searches for a way to end the cycle of destruction and rebirth, she discovers that her bond with Ku holds the power to challenge fate itself, a connection that grows stronger with every battle and loss. Combat is precise, demanding, and deeply personal. Every swing and dodge carries weight, pushing you to learn enemy patterns and time your counters. Ku isn't just a companion, but an extension of your fighting style, helping you track enemies, distract them, or unleash powerful spirit attacks. The game encourages patience and adaptability, rewarding skillful play rather than speed or aggression. Visually, Beast of Reincarnation captures a haunting beauty. Mist-covered forests fade into ruined temples, and twisted creatures emerge from once sacred grounds. The art style mixes Japanese myth with post-apocalyptic despair, while soft lighting and ambient sound create an atmosphere that feels both serene and terrifying. Beast of Reincarnation is set to release in 2026, launching on PC, PS5, and Xbox X and S.
The colony is in disarray. We didn't come to Arcadia to get bogged down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
The Outer Worlds 2 is an upcoming sci-fi action RPG developed by Obsidian Entertainment and published by Xbox Game Studios, built using Unreal Engine 5. Set in a distant star system called Arcadia, the story follows an agent of the Earth Directorate sent to investigate mysterious spatial rifts tearing the colony apart. Beneath the chaos lies a power struggle between corporations, cults, and revolutionaries, each fighting to control the planet's fate. In true Outer Worlds fashion, your choices shape who survives, who profits, and whether Arcadia's future is saved or sold. Gameplay keeps the witty and branching dialogue the series is known for, while expanding both combat and exploration. You can now switch between first-person and third-person views, offering new freedom in how you play. Guns, gadgets, and melee weapons all return with more responsive controls and layered customization. The RPG systems go deeper than before, every skill, perk, and moral choice affecting how factions treat you and how your story unfolds. Visually, The Outer Worlds 2 brings its satirical universe to life with dense alien cities, neon wastelands, and wild alien ecosystems built on Unreal Engine 5's lighting and scale. The Outer Worlds 2 is set to release on October 29, 2025, coming to PS5, Xbox X and S, and PC. Little Devil Inside is an upcoming action-adventure RPG developed and published by NeoStream Interactive, powered by Unreal Engine 5. Set in a surreal 19th century world blending Victorian design with steampunk fantasy, the story follows Billy, a professional explorer hired by a team of scientists to investigate strange phenomena and monstrous creatures around the globe. From remote deserts to snow-covered peaks, Billy's mission isn't just about survival. It's about documenting the unknown and uncovering what lies behind these supernatural events. Gameplay mixes adventure, light survival, and open exploration. Every mission demands preparation, gathering supplies, maintaining equipment, and managing weather and stamina. You'll face monsters, explore ruins, and travel across a handcrafted world filled with random encounters and secrets. Between expeditions, you return to town to rest, upgrade gear, and plan your next journey, making each trip feel like a new story in itself. Visually, Little Devil Inside stands out with its clean, minimal art style and cinematic camera work that shifts between perspectives, giving the game both intimacy and scale. Little Devil Inside is still in development with no confirmed release date yet, but it's expected to arrive soon on PS5, PS4, and PC. Subnautica 2 is an upcoming underwater survival adventure developed by Unknown Worlds Entertainment and published by Krafton. Set on a new alien ocean planet, the story begins after a deep space mission crash lands your crew into an environment unlike any other. You and your team must adapt to survive, crafting habitats, exploring ancient ruins beneath the waves, and facing creatures that challenge both science and sanity. The deeper you dive, the stranger the world becomes, as the planet's secrets start to reveal what really brought you here. Gameplay expands on everything fans loved from the originals. You'll scavenge resources, build submarines, and engineer underwater bases while managing oxygen, pressure, and temperature. For the first time in the series, co-op multiplayer lets up to 4 players survive together, dividing roles, piloting separate vehicles, and sharing discoveries across vast ocean biomes. Every dive can lead to new technology, new threats, and new mysteries hidden in the depths. Visually, Subnautica 2 evolves the series into a full Unreal Engine 5 showcase. Subnautica 2 is currently in development and set to enter early access in 2026, releasing first on PC and Xbox X and S. Outward 2 is an upcoming open-world survival RPG developed and published by 9 Dot Studio, built using Unreal Engine 5. Set in a vast, untamed world, the game continues the series' focus on realism, immersion, and personal struggle. You're not a chosen hero, just a traveler fighting to survive against hunger, exhaustion, and the wilds themselves. As the world around you evolves with time, weather, and consequence, every journey becomes a story of endurance, loss, and discovery. Gameplay expands on the foundation of the first game with deeper survival systems and more responsive combat. You'll need to manage food, rest, and gear before venturing into danger, but now combat allows for faster movement, dual wielding, and refined weapon feedback. Co-op returns in both online and split-screen modes, letting players share the hardships and triumphs of exploration. The world feels more alive, NPCs react dynamically, seasons change the terrain, and choices shape how settlements rise or fall. Visually, Outward 2 takes a major leap with Unreal Engine 5, using richer lighting and detailed biomes to create a harsh but beautiful fantasy world. Outward 2 is expected to release in 2026, coming to PC and consoles.